Hey there everyone! So glad to be back with you again today. I hope you're having a good day. Maybe your day has just started, so I hope it turns out well. So anyways, here we go. I am getting started with some kombucha. If you watched the last video, that's become a very popular thing in our household amongst most of us. This time I am doing it with raisins, so I didn't show that in the kombucha video of actually doing dried fruit or frozen fruit, so this is with dried fruit. I've never done it with raisins before this, and it definitely did give a winier flavor, but it was good. We still prefer the frozen fruit juices though, and I'm so super excited to make my own homemade frozen concentrates over the next summer. The bottles and jugs that I pour the finished kombucha into, I always rinse them once they're empty, but I don't always rinse the jars that I make the original kombucha in. After a month or month and a half, they definitely look pretty gross, so then I give them a good thorough cleaning, because I don't want to spoil my kombucha either. Oh, this is not run yet! Isn't that so totally true of mom life too? I mean, maybe not at your house, but at my house, with making so many dishes from making food from scratch so often, sometimes I forget that I wanted to put one more dish into the dishwasher before it was as full as I could make it, and then I forget to run it entirely, and I come back thinking, oh, I've got a whole dishwasher load to clean out, and then I can load this whole sink full of dirty dishes into there. Nope, it still has to run! Shoot! Oh well, that's okay. We'll get it going now, and the sink isn't overflowing, and the counters aren't full of dirty dishes, so it'll be just fine. This oatmeal cake is almost a week old, so I want to get it cleaned up before it starts molding, because I know there's going to be somebody, one random person, who's going to be looking for something for breakfast and can't find anything that tickles their fancy, so I love having little options like this tucked away in the freezer. Now every once in a while the coffee pot just starts to look really disgusting too, so today I'm going to give it a really good clean, and that way it's ready to go for the next however long until I decide it looks super disgusting and I don't have time to put it through the dishwasher, and I'll just quickly wash it by hand again. I think I've mentioned in the past that this popcorn pot I don't ever put in the dishwasher, and so it is time to give that a wash again too. We will often use it a couple days in a row, or we'll use it and leave it on the counter for a couple days just to see if we end up making popcorn again. If we don't, it needs a wash because the lard and the butter in there do start to get pretty nasty smelling after about 4 or 5 days. One of the kids was helping make popcorn the one day and burnt the popcorn on. That so far is not coming off. I haven't tried super hard. I haven't tried boiling vinegar in there or anything. I'm not sure if that would do it. And I also haven't tried scraping it with a razor blade. I know that sometimes that can work really well too, but it doesn't affect the flavor of our popcorn, and I have other things I'd rather spend more time on. So the popcorn pot is just getting well used. Great, now I just ripped that wide open. Alright, that one's going in the garbage. If I have any extra time, then Kevin has already asked me to play dodgeball and something else. He's asked me to play 2 things already.
Mom gets dodgeball and tennis.
That could be. Regarding that clip there, isn't that just amazing? Maybe it's only me that it amazes. I am just blown away at how I am home with my kids basically 24/7, and yet they still vie for my time. They're always asking if I have time for this or time to do that with them, and I'm so glad that they want to be with me and that we're raising them to be people that we also want to be around. So yeah, I don't know about you guys, but that's how it is at our house, and I love it. I just wish I could play with them all the time whenever each one wanted me to play. I wish I could divide myself up and be able to play with all of them, the different things that they want to play, but that's just not possible, so I have to pick and choose and try to keep it fair. Mom life, right? So, as with so many chores in life, sweeping is a constant one that never ends. So, I'm going to get the floors all swept and then washed, and then this room will be mostly clean. When I'm cleaning house, I already get quite warm. So then working in front of the fireplace yet, I get even warmer, and the temperature has warmed up quite a bit outside the last while, so we've been hovering just above freezing or right around freezing, and the fireplace is a little overkill if it runs all day then. Basically, if we just run it once in the morning, then it's good, but sometimes I still forget just how much it can heat up the house, or I underestimate it, or I just don't time it well enough, and I still end up getting very warm. So here, because I was getting so warm, I've also changed my hair. I've put it up a little more so it's off my neck. So these little attachments here that I'm moving, they belong with a massager that we bought. It's that little white stand, and then it's a handheld thing, and it has helped us so much already. It feels so good when I've got a knot in my neck or in my shoulders. Even the kids can just hold that vibrating machine on there for a few minutes, and it just helps dissipate whatever tightness is there. I mean, it's not always the end all be all, but it has helped so much. It has helped relieve some migraines already and just overall tightness, and it's been a great purchase. I think we got it off of Amazon. I don't remember what the price was, but we're definitely happy with that purchase. If you're in the market for a good massaging tool, we have been very happy with that one. We've had it I think about a month and a half now, and it has multiple attachments and multiple settings as well, so like slower and faster vibrating, pulse vibrating, and all kinds like that. It has been a really good tool to have at home. Little over half done cleaning the house already. I'm almost done and stopping to do parts of supper in between, but this is going well. I hope you are getting super motivated as well, and that you are just going to be super productive in your own homes as well. This soap refill jug is almost empty, and in an effort to try not to waste any of the soap that's in there, I'm going to take it to the kitchen sink where I can actually get the jug under the faucet and fill it up with some water, and then that way it's also ready to go and the soap bubbles can settle down by the next time that I want to refill the foaming hand soap bottle. I don't really like the idea of having this basket sitting on the wipes. It looks a little off to me. I would like to make it prettier, do something nicer there, but it was just a quick thing that I came up with because the cord for those lights just barely reaches to that plug-in, and I would hate to damage it by putting too much stress on it. So here I was smelling the soap that's currently in this hand pump and smelling the soap that I bought, trying to figure out if I would possibly make a bad smell or just ruin the good smells that were there of the two individual soaps, and I decided to just keep them separate. I'll let this one empty out a little bit further. It's tangerine something. Does anybody else out there feel like cleaning their house is like going to the gym? It gives you a workout, uses so many different parts of your body, and gets your heart rate up there. That's how I often feel anyways, especially when I do a really good deep clean like I am today. I know it's not exactly the same thing, which is why I enjoy going for walks and swimming in our pool, being active with the kids, or using the Bowflex downstairs. Okay, so I'll share a little secret with you. That is actually the part of the entire cleaning day that I hate the most. It's not that it's necessarily that difficult, it's just awkward, and I guess by the time I get to it, I'm usually quite sweaty and hot already from everything else that I've been cleaning, and it just, I don't know. Do you have a part of your cleaning routine that is like that too? That is just kind of the biggest hump or the biggest hurdle, and once you're over that, it just feels like, oh, good, I'm so glad that that's done. So that is what cleaning the bathtub / shower and that shower curtain are like for me. Once I have that done, I just feel like this sense of like, oh, good, that dreaded chore is done. I think actually I would prefer to dust, and I hate dusting. Here is a close-up of the stairs. Hopefully you can see what I'm trying to get at here. The corners are where the dust wants to always settle, and with the stairs being right in the entrance, garbage and gravel and dirt, anything that will stick to socks will track down the stairs, and so they often need a good vacuuming. I'd say probably weekly. I may notice it more than that, but weekly is good, and sometimes if I think they don't look too bad, I will push them off and only do them every other week, of course, again depending on how much time I have and what the weather has been like, as wet weather will definitely cause more items to stick to our shoes and come into the house. So I've caught up with all the cleaning, and it's just all the laundry left now at the end, and supper is getting closer and closer to ready as well. And I'm trying to race the clock for supper time. I want to be done before about 5:30. So in the beginning there, I gave you a snapshot of my time frame for getting supper made, and when I have a lot going on in my head and a lot going on physically, like getting the whole house cleaned and thinking of all these different things I need to do, it is so helpful for me to plan out when I need to start which aspects of supper. That way, whenever I'm going past the clock or happen to notice what the time is, I will pay more attention to getting certain aspects of supper going on time. That way I'm not suddenly running behind and stressed out because now I got something started late. In fact, sometimes I will even take a timer with me and set it, say like it's 11 something. I will set the timer so that at 1 o'clock it will beep and let me know, hey, you need to go start this, or maybe a few minutes before that, because if I want, say, that roast in the oven by 1 o'clock, I need to start it 5 to 10 minutes sooner than that because I want it in the oven by 1 o'clock. I don't want to start it at 1 o'clock and have it in the oven by 1:15. So maybe that's something that will help somebody else out there, but I have just found that if I am super organized, I feel a lot more confident. And with that, then, as I feel more confident and more on top of things, I also feel more relaxed. I'm not stressed out thinking, oh shoot, now that part of supper is late, or that job isn't getting done, and I'm not losing track of the time then. I don't have enough towels to make another full load, but I'm going to get it all set up and ready in the washing machine to go for once I do. I did not get all the laundry folded before supper, so instead of working after supper, I spent time with my family, and this is now the next morning, and I'm going to finish folding these last couple loads. Thank you so much for watching. Each and every one of you that watches and subscribes and is just my friend, you are so valued and loved by me. Thank you so much. I hope that you have found some motivation or inspiration, and perhaps you've gained a tip or trick here along the way, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Again, thank you so much for all your love and support. Bye everyone!